Hi, welcome to the VQT Music YouTube channel. So today I want to share with you the 3 different ways for you to practice piano solo cover. As you can see from here that we have the song is the Jingle Bells because the holiday is coming up. So the very simple, we can play the song with just a simple chord, like for example, D from here. We just play the G major chord, right? And then keep the G major chord. We go to the C major chord, so the 1, go to the 4 in the key of G major, and we go to A minor chord, D7, and then maybe we can just keep on the D, and back to the G major. That's a very beginner level for everyone can learn and practice. So the very first step is that you learn to play the melody on your right hand, and you understand the theory and learn to play chord on your left hand. Now, how you learn to play chord on your left hand? The very first step, which is that you can play just the root note of the chord. For example, we can play like this. Just play the root note of the chord. So you don't have to worry about like a D7 sharp 5, D minor 7, or D flat 9 sharp 11. You don't have to worry much about these chords yet. You just play very simple. The first chord, just play the G major. Just play the root note like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. C chord, so as you can see that I just play the 3 simple chords. Is that like a G, and then we go to the C and back to the D and go to the back to the G major chord. Now the second step that you can play 2 notes on your left hand, which is that you can play the root and 5th note, which is that you have the G7 chord. You just play the G and D on your left hand. When your right hand play the melody, we can try like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see that, so right now the sound a little bit more interesting because you have 2 more notes on your left hand to create more richer sound with the harmony and melody on your right hand combined together. Now, the next step that you can play is that instead of we just play the old chord in the root position, like a G major chord, you can play like that, C major chord, you play like that. So you can play all these chords with inversion, or we can call this voice leading. So how about we play like G major chord like this? Instead of we go to C major chord like this, we go to G major chord, we go to the C major chord like this, and then we go to the D7 chord like that, or now we can play the A minor chord like that, okay? So, because when we play the 3 notes on your left hand, and we don't want to play the chord too low on the piano, especially like below the C3 like that, around this area. So most of the time we will play chord around the middle C, for example, if I play from here. Now, when my left hand play around the middle C from here, and my right hand will go up 1 octave. For example, we can play like that. C chord, A minor, or you can play. If you good to change 2 chords on the same measure. So like I said, this is the beginner level. So with the very, very simple step that you can learn the song maybe just in 1 week or 2 weeks to play the song you interesting or you love to play, right? Now, the next step for you to play a piano solo cover, if you are like in the intermediate level, piano intermediate level, then you can do like that. You can see that there's a lot of different chord, like more advanced chord from here, like a G major 7, D7 sharp 5, G major 7, D minor 7, the D flat 9, sharp 11, some chord like that, right? So the very first step that you learn to understand the theory and start to play these chords. For example, a lot of piano player, the first play, after you play piano for a while, you will play like that, like you see the G major 7 chord. You will play like this because you know like G7, G major 7, I got the G, B, D, and F sharp. I will play like that. And then you see the chord like D7 sharp 5, you can play like, and then you can go like that. But this is just based on the theory, because you know the G, B, D, and F sharp, that's based on the G major 7. But actually, most of the time that all the pianists, they're not doing that. They're based on the voice, chord voicing, which is that you know the note, but how you play these chords, that's a different step. So if you got the G major 7, instead we play like that, maybe I can play like that. I can play just only one note on my left hand, and my right hand will play this. For example, like that, and then we go. We go to C major 7, and now I have the A minor 7. So right now, as you can see that the sound's different because I'm trying to working on the chord voicing. I combine the melody on my right hand with another note combined with a note on my left hand to create the harmony and the full sound of the color of that chord. So the G major 7 right now, left hand, I just play one note. Or maybe I can play the two notes like that. Or I can play like that. Maybe I can play the 1 and 7 on my left hand. And we will talk more about this technique on the next video. So this is the next step that you can learn and can practice a song for the piano solo cover. So the very first step that we play very simple chord based on what the level you are right now. If you are in the intermediate level, so you can go to the different level of these chords. Now the next step, which is that you're thinking about what style of music that you will play for this song. For example, most of the time we see the song like that, right? So we see that the song is happy and fun. But if you don't want to play with that style and you're thinking of like, I want to change this song into the different style. I want to play this song like more ballad style, for example, like this. So what am I gonna do? So ballads, at first you're thinking about the tempo. The ballad is something a little bit slow, right? A bit slow. And also you're thinking about like, I want to play this song kind of rubato style, not really in rhythm, because I want maybe on the chorus, I want something a bit different. But on just the verse, I want something just like a freestyle, you know? So let's thinking about the intro. I just picked the two chords from here to create the intro. The first chord is a G major chord. The next chord is C major chord. And just like that, G major chord and C like that. Instead of I just play a triad, simple triad chord, I will play the G major 7. That is some the concept. I just show you that how you thinking about what style that you want to play, and it's changing that style based on the rhythm, based on the tempo, and based on the chord voicing that you just practiced before. And if you want to play that song kind of more using more technique about the broken chord and more freestyle, you can do like that. Instead of you just play the G major 7, and how about I play the G major 9 now? You can hear the sounds very interesting like that, right? I can play like that, just based on the two chords for the intro. So I just show you that the different way that you can play a piano song solo cover. So you can start on the very simple based on what level that you are. And then you can slowly to play the song on the different way that you can play with the more complicated chord, more advanced chord, like more color, like a major 7, add on the 9, the sharp 11, like you see from here. And then you're thinking about what style of music that you will play for this song. You can play with a very simple way, right? Just simple like that. Or you can play with the ballad and freestyle. And then on the chorus, you can change the different way that how you play the song. So this is what I want to share with you today, especially for the holiday coming up. And I hope you like the video. If you like the video, hit the button, share and like to let me know so we can share more video like this in the future. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you another video on the next week.